TSX110B over here, and the RTiA1 over here. They're both mid-priced bookshelf speakers from Polk. This one costing about $75 to $100 more, depending on who you bought it from, and it's designed to handle a bit more power. It is also about 3/4 of an inch taller and a bit deeper as well, probably an inch deeper. The other difference is this one is a bit darker in color. It's also got a bit of a grain built into the finish here, whereas this finish is totally smooth. Personal preference, I like the looks of this one better. The color on this reminds me of the fake wood on a 1980s Japanese car, but that's just my opinion. But these are designed to handle a bit more power. Okay, they both have 5 1/4 inch woofers and 1-inch silk polymer tweeters. But the difference is that the surrounds on this model are a bit softer, but they're a bit stiffer on this model. Okay, they're both rubber surrounds, of course, but these seem to be a bit stiffer, which makes sense because it's designed to handle a little more power. The other big difference, of course, is that this model only has one bass port, which is in the back, and this model has 2 bass ports, one in the front, real small one, and there's another one behind this wall bracket. In fact, they call it the power port because it's got this cool little Venturi effect going on back here. Okay, there's the bass port, and then you can see this Hershey Kiss looking thing molded into the wall bracket. And what that's designed to do is to take the bass coming out of the speaker and flare it out and smooth it out so that it's not trapped by your wall. And this model also has 4 wiring posts, and that's intended for guys who want to buy amp these speakers or buy wire them, depending on what kind of receiver they've got. But you can still use them with only 2 wires if you want, okay? But if you want to use all 4 posts, you would need to remove this brass jumper first. This model just has the traditional 2 wiring posts. I'm sure there's other internal differences, maybe, probably different crossovers, etc. How do they perform? Well, the frequency response curve is a little broader on this model, which makes sense because it's more expensive. It's rated for 50 hertz to 27,000, whereas this model is rated for 53 hertz to 25,000. So it's a little broader on this model, not by much. Sound quality, well, I'm the furthest thing from a pro, but this is just my opinion. The bass seems to come on a little sooner on this model. It seemed to be the bass is a little looser, and part of that could be because the surrounds are softer, but another part could be because the efficiency rating is higher on this model. It's rated for 90 decibels, whereas this is rated for 89. What that means is that for any given volume level on your receiver, this model will put out a little bit more sound. Whereas this requires a little more on the volume knob to get it up. But it makes up for that by the fact that it's going to tolerate more power than this one will. But the differences are not very significant. So personal preference, it's up to you. It depends on what other kind of speakers you've got in your setup and what kind of music you listen to, etc., etc. So hope that helped. See ya.